Few land animals possess the combination of massive size, overwhelming strength, and adaptability that the grizzly bear does. Whether foraging for food or defending its territory, its presence always strikes fear into the hearts of those around it. Even seasoned predators find it difficult to challenge an opponent that can switch from defense to attack in an instant. From the vast coniferous forests and majestic mountain ranges to the cold tundra of North America, grizzly bears have adapted to survive in many different environments. Thanks to their ability to flexibly utilize seasonal food sources, they maintain their position as one of the continent's largest terrestrial carnivores. An adult typically weighs from 500 to more than 900 pounds, and exceptionally large males can exceed 1,100 pounds. Massive muscle mass, developed shoulders, and strong legs help grizzly bears dig hard ground, turn over large rocks, and track prey over long distances. From berries and roots to salmon and large mammals, they can exploit many different food sources to accumulate energy. As winter descends upon the forests and valleys of North America, food sources become increasingly scarce. It is at this time that encounters between grizzly bears and gray wolf packs become more frequent. Grizzly bears must travel miles to find carcasses or rare hunting opportunities. Meanwhile, wolf packs always work closely together to protect their spoils after long, exhausting chases. Upon spotting the carcass, the grizzly bear slowly approaches, lowering its center of gravity and swinging its front legs forcefully to force its opponent to retreat. However, the pack of wolves does not confront this overwhelming force directly. They quickly spread out, constantly changing positions and applying pressure from multiple directions to prevent the bear from focusing on any single target. Faced with this tactic, the grizzly bear must constantly turn, both defending itself and trying to maintain control of the food source. Just one moment of distraction can quickly shift the advantage. After many minutes of struggle, the bear understands that continuing to expend energy is no longer beneficial. Each year, tens of thousands of caribou cross the vast tundras of North America. This migration, spanning approximately 2,600 miles, is undertaken in search of pastures and seasonal food sources. On hard, dry terrain, they can reach speeds of nearly 60 miles per hour, utilizing the synchronized movements of the entire herd to reduce their vulnerability to predators. However, that journey doesn't always take place on favorable terrain. Grizzly bears understand this very well. Instead of charging in to chase the entire pack, it quietly follows from a distance, observing every movement and patiently waiting for the right opportunity. When an individual slows down due to soft ground or is hindered by a current, the bear immediately accelerates for a short distance to close the gap. With its massive body and superior strength, it seeks to isolate the target from the rest of the pack. In the rugged mountain ranges of North America, mountain goats are considered masters of conquering the terrain. Their compact bodies, forked hooves with special gripping pads, and superior balance allow them to easily stand on ledges just a few inches wide. The sheer cliffs, where most animals would hesitate, are their familiar habitat. Below, a grizzly bear spotted its target and immediately began the chase. With its massive size of hundreds of pounds and formidable muscular strength, it swiftly climbed the mountainside, closing the gap with each step. However, the higher it went, the more treacherous the terrain became. Sharp rocks, narrow paths, and slippery outcrops made each movement of the bear extremely strenuous. Meanwhile, the mountain goat constantly changed direction, leaping from one rock outcrop to another with astonishing precision. When the grizzly bear finally climbed to a higher position, its prey was safely perched on a precarious ledge out of reach. Understanding that even a single slip could have serious consequences, the grizzly bear stopped and abandoned the pursuit. This encounter demonstrates that in the wild, suitable terrain can sometimes provide a greater advantage than superior strength. As autumn begins to paint the northern forests, millions of salmon simultaneously leap across the turbulent waters to return to their birthplace. In the early days of the season, the number of salmon is still quite small. The grizzly bear doesn't rush into the water, but moves slowly along the riverbank, observing the current and choosing shallow rapids or small waterfalls where the fish are forced to slow down. Only when the opportunity arises does it suddenly swing its front paw, seizing its prey in an instant. A few weeks later, as schools of fish filled the riverbed, the bear's hunting rhythm intensified. They constantly stood in the middle of the river, swiftly catching salmon to replenish their nutrients, forming a layer of fat nearly 4 inches thick under their skin to help them withstand the harsh winter. By the end of the season, when the fish schools gradually disappeared, the bears left the riverbank and returned to their familiar forest. The remaining fish carcasses became a valuable source of nutrients for birds, mammals, insects, soil, and trees, contributing to the maintenance of the natural cycle and the long-term balance of the entire ecosystem. In the vast forests of North America, moose are the largest deer species still in existence. They are commonly found in coniferous forests, swamps, and wetlands rich in vegetation. An adult can weigh over 1,100 pounds, possess long, strong legs, and be able to move at speeds of nearly 45 miles per hour when needed to escape danger. Not only relying on speed, moose are also renowned for their formidable defensive strength. Their kicks with their front or hind legs are powerful enough to inflict serious injuries on many predators. Therefore, grizzly bears rarely choose to confront prey when it still has the advantage on dry ground. Opportunities usually arise when moose are forced to cross swamps, wade into rivers, or get stuck on soft ground. In those conditions, their running becomes heavy and their speed decreases significantly. Conversely, grizzly bears, with their well-developed shoulders, broad paws, and efficient swimming ability, quickly close the distance. Instead of wasting energy on prolonged chases, bears patiently wait for the right moment to take advantage and increase their chances of a successful hunt. The North American moose is the largest deer species, living in temperate forests and northern wetlands. An adult male typically weighs around 600 pounds. It possesses massive antlers that can spread over 7 feet and long, powerful legs. Thanks to its unique body structure, it can easily traverse dense forests, cross streams, and move steadily across rough terrain. As spring transitions into early summer, deer herds begin to leave their wintering grounds in search of fresh, nutritious grasses. This is also the time when grizzly bears become more active after a long period of food scarcity. Instead of immediately launching a chase, the bear patiently observes the prey's movements and waits for a favorable opportunity. When the distance is close enough, it suddenly accelerates, attempting to cut across the deer's path and pressure it to separate an individual from the rest of the herd. If the deer loses its rhythm for even a few seconds or hesitates to change direction, the advantage immediately shifts to the predator. In nature, a species' position is built not only on strength, but also on adaptability and experience accumulated through countless confrontations. Grizzly bears have repeatedly demonstrated that every timely decision can make the difference between success and failure. Whether facing prey or other predators, they remain a clear example of strength, resilience, and survival instinct.